Hi, it's April 6th, 2026. I'm Larry Kellogg. I'm running for Congress in Washington State's 3rd District, Southwest Washington, for the year 2026. Thanks for tuning in. And today, I'd like to say that part of what I'm running on is the UFO UAP disclosure. And it's like a homework assignment, or call it the science project. This is something to work on the side when you're busy doing other things as a congressman, helping for the prosperity of the people of the 3rd District. But what we saw on March 28th, our Vice President, J.D. Vance, went on a podcast, and he was calling the UFO, UAP, extraterrestrials, whatever he was referring to, he calls them demons. And this harkens back to the very beginning of the whole UFO craze. Back in the government has suppressed our knowledge of it, and we see the evidence of that. They said we would riot and that markets would crash. None of that has happened. We ruin our markets by ourselves better than anybody. And then they said catastrophic disclosure, whatever that means. And then they said indigestible words, whatever that means. But whatever it is they wanted to suppress us knowing about it. And sometimes we think that's also part of a religious factor, or if it's for military purposes, this is a terribly kept military secret. And it seems to me that the people who report on this, and you can just, it seems to be about all of them, they all are get into the DOD feeding tube, where the DOD is a source of information and it's a source of misinformation. It's a big source of misinformation. So circling back to the beginning of J.D. Vance, remember J.D. Vance is vice president, and he has access to all kinds of things. If he asks to know about it, I don't think people say no to him. And yet he calls them demons. And you wonder, is this part of a misinformation campaign? So for me to ask you, send me to Congress so we can try to get to the bottom of this thing and try to get to tell you the truth. The truth is always better than a lie. It's simple. And I would like to say thank you in advance for your vote this August, and thank you in advance for your vote this November. Looking forward to seeing you out on the campaign trail. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.